Hello and welcome back. A relatively quick video this week. I'm still sifting through all the 70 odd radios which I've bought in the last couple of weeks. Really doing rapid fixes on them and getting them ready to push out the door. I'm almost at the point of where I have the majority of them done, and I'm down to the ones I want to keep. So I'll be doing more detailed, longer videos the next couple of weeks. I'm also halfway through a Healing 400H, which is a portable set. AC battery from 1952 or something like that. Looks very, very spiffy, and I have another red one as well, which I've recently bought. Okay, today's video is the AWA 524MZ, and it's got some unusual valves in it. It's sort of that very, very early crossover stage. So it has quite a few of the big old octal valves in it, and one of these little things. And yeah, so let's get into it. Right, so I stuffed up and I recorded color bars for the introduction of this. So I'm going to just talk you through what I've discovered. It's got 12 capacitors in it. Well, the paper caps, these black ones. And I'll bring you over in a minute to the overhead camera. It's got a very, very burnt wire here. And someone has melted this. Bring you in a bit closer. So someone's melted this. I'm not sure whether it's a resistor or a capacitor. So we'll have to check that. And because the power cord is not the original one, this has been done in the 1960s, or yeah, I'd say the 1960s. Very early in the 1960s though. This has been burnt up here for some reason. I'm not sure why or how they managed to do that. Yeah. Otherwise, it is completely original. It's got two globes in it, and probably one is for a band switch on a different model. This is just an AM one. So I'll bring this over. Yeah, so it's quite a nice radio. The glass, dial glass is perfect. The tuning works. The case is in excellent condition too. So that's what it looks like. It has white knobs. This one is beginning to crack across there, but it'll be all right. It's quite a nice red colour, this one, in the strong light. The grill cloth looks to be original, but I'm not sure on that. It looks a different, it's quite a different cloth to what AWA usually use, being the red colour, but these did have a red grill cloth in them. So this may well be original, and it's been kept out of the sun. Bring this over. It's quite heavy. It's got quite a lumpy transformer in it. We've got a 6AG6 here, which is very tired. It's very black. I'm not sure what this one is. We've got a very black 6V6 here, and we've got a 6. Is it a 6 or a 5? It doesn't have any writing on it. Well, I'll look in the in schematic for that. And we've got another valve down here which I didn't initially see, and I can't remember what it is. Say 6AU6. So this must have been at their crossover point, because this is made for a octal valve, and this is a mini valve. The cutout is there, obviously, and we've got our two electrolytics here, main filter caps. Looks like foam or something in there. Yeah, it's got a field coil speaker. How strange. Field coil speaker and a mini valve. It's obviously scraping the bottom of the barrel with the parts. The valves actually look original, because this isn't actually just a straight tube here. Actually there is. It's a 6X5, but it's sort of tapered at the top. It goes straight up and then it's tapered. So the width of the valve at the base is quite a bit wider than at the top, and that sort of steps in. I don't know whether you can see that. So what I'll do is I'm going to start to recap it. I'll probably start with the power supply end and get that all working. Actually, I've got access to this one, but I'll have to wait for this one a little bit, because there's a few big caps covering that. Oh, actually, there's a bit of metal. In there. That's not good. It's across the pins. So this should be a very good radio once it's up and running again. I haven't tried it, because it just looked a bit crusty. So I'll recap it and I'll give you progress reports. Well, this is it complete. It is working sort of. It's got very bad distortion, probably in the first IF stages. It's also picking up the heater and the fridge. So yeah, it needs new valves, and I don't have them at the moment. So they're going to be on order. It does need a good polish up. There is paint spots down here, which I don't know whether you can quite see them. It's humming like a beehive, of course. I don't know why or what has changed in this room. It doesn't hum quite so badly in the... They don't hum... Yeah. Start that again, Andrew. They don't hum quite so badly out of this room. And I haven't actually changed anything. So... We had a power cut that was planned about a week ago, and it was absolutely silent around here, electrically wise, and the radios were picking up stations like Mildura and Warrnambool, etc., and they're hundreds of kilometres away. So this is the local racing station. And you can hear it's pretty distorted. So I'll turn the lights off. That hum is just, I don't know what it is.
Just personally, myself, they are the trainers, they'll make the final decision, but personally, myself,
Yeah.
I would like to see him back up 2 weeks later, then just have a couple of weeks hopefully in the sun.
And yesterday, or Monday night, a friend came over, and she runs the stall at the Ballarat Bazaar, and she put me on to this. So it's a Panopet, and it's white, although it looks whiter on the camera than it is actually, because it's actually sort of quite yellowed and nicotine stained. So there's a couple of stains there which the camera isn't really picking up, and yeah, it's a bit scrappy, but $25. So this is a 3-volt version, if I can get the bottom off of it. So this is a 3-volt version. It has 2 cracks in it, just one big one down there and another one there. Hopefully I'll be able to hide those, and it doesn't, I mean, it sounds typical for one of these, so but it is working perfectly.
We think put enough wind on our land, hopefully offshore wind will start to be low enough cost that we can consider putting it offshore in Australia.
That's fine, thank you.
You're welcome.
Paul Graham's the CSIRO's chief energy economist, so best case scenario.
So as you can hear, the reception on transistor radios is excellent, but there's something in the power supply which is upsetting these valve radios at the moment. So I'll have to investigate that. And yeah, So I'll speak to you all next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for everything. And I'll be back.